Yeah! Welcome back, you lovely lot. My name is Daniela, but you may call me Misty Lakes, and I'm here with a sandwich. Tell me, what have you been listening to over the past week?
So Metallica have got a new song out off the forthcoming album.
I saw that they were doing lots of TikTok advertisements, so they've had like a whole TikTok campaign. I've not seen it, but I've just seen that they're really leaning into TikTok.
Right, money. Like, it was a bit disappointing. Just a non-song for me. Which, I don't know, the first two songs that they've released off the forthcoming album have been really good. Yeah, but this has just put a whole downer on it. Maybe I just don't like music anymore.
Maybe, yeah. I've been listening
Didn't even ask you.
I'm telling you anyway. Have you heard much AFI?
Apart from Miss Murder, no. And that put me off that.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind what we've been listening to over the past week, because now we're going to talk about something else we've been listening to over the past week, which is the new album by Pink called...
Trustfall. Pink, spelled P, exclamation mark, NK.
And you know, I was looking up, like, when did she rebrand as that? She's always been that.
Really?
I looked like her first album in the 90s or something with P, exclamation, NK. Right. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was looking at it and going, okay, so now she's just chucking in punctuation, is she? Yeah. But she always was. There's nothing new.
You can tell we're big Pink fans.
Yeah. Preconceptions of Pink.
I think my sister used to listen to Pink a lot. And I never used to mind what I'd heard. But I also was a bit suspicious of her that maybe she wanted to seem a bit more rock and edgy. I think it's just because of her image as opposed to what she actually is, which is just a pop star. So I was like, is any of it real? How about you?
I really liked, I think it was off a second album maybe, Just Like a Pill. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I really, really liked that song when it came out. And then since then I've not heard a song again, not including this album, because we'll talk about that in a bit more depth, but I'd not heard a song that I liked. I'd heard songs that I really disliked.
Like what?
So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves. Because it's just boring.
Yeah. It's
and also, you're not a rock star, you're a pop star.
Yeah.
And there was, get this party started on a Saturday night.
Who's that?
Yeah. The reason why I don't like that song...
You don't like parties?
It's one chord throughout the whole song.
Is it?
It's just do throughout the whole song.
Pop, innit?
But even pop's not that basic usually. They have 4 chords usually. But obviously it's got very big, very popular. Like, I'm the minority here, but...
Well, most people who listen to Pink are probably not going to be bothered about what chords there are, because they're mostly mindless idiots.
No comment. Any thoughts on the album cover? If we've not, I'll just edit this section out, because it's more often than not us saying no.
No.
Keep that in. Bringing us on to what we thought of the album itself. What did you think of the album itself?
It was a weird one. Like, because normally with a pop record, in my experience, it begins with like a quite upbeat song, and then it'll end on a few upbeats one, and then maybe like a maudlin ballad. Whereas this one starts on a ballad and ends on 3 ballads. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. It didn't really get me excited for what was to come. The middle of the album was okay. Like, I like the slower songs, to be fair, on the album, but not the first one and not the last 3. There's one on there with, like, is it First Aid Kit or Luminaires or both maybe? So those ones that are more like acoustic rock. Kids in Love.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. So it's them too. So, yeah, Long Way to Go feat the Luminaires, and then Kids in Love. They just don't remind me of the rest of the album. Yeah. So they were good. And then I also like Last Call. I think I like the album, the song, the title track, Trustfall.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was kind of at me.
I've listened to it a few times over the past week. And the first time I listened to it, I got maybe 3 or 4 songs into it, and I was thinking, I don't think this is for me, this.
Yeah.
And then I carried on listening to it. And like you say, around the middle when it kind of really gets a bit more upbeat, and it's like, this isn't bad, there's a few good songs here. And then it just dips right down again.
Yeah.
So...
puts you on a real downer towards the end of the album.
Yeah. Like, there's some songs on there, like Runaway, was a song where it sounded very 80s pop. It reminded me a lot of... I can't remember the name of that Miley album, the one that I sent you, and it was all very 80s.
I know the one.
Yeah.
Midnight something.
Midnight, yeah, I think so. Or is that the Taylor Swift album? It could be both.
That's Midnights.
Okay. So it reminded me a lot of that. And then when that song came on, I was thinking, right, okay, so maybe it's amping up, it's getting a bit more energetic, a bit more... Like, Pink's one of those kind of LGBT icons that's going to be played all the time in gay bars and stuff. Because...
Why is she?
Just is. Like, just her
Because
music.
she's got short hair.
I think it's just her music is quite camp usually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so with Runaway, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's kind of amping up to a bit more kind of like camp club music or something. But then it does for like 2 songs and then just dips right down again into the modelling.
Yeah.
It's a strange blend, I thought, between standard dancey pop music and then going country at times.
Yeah, like I think the last song on the album, is it with Chris Stapleton or something?
Yeah.
That's like a full-on country song, isn't it?
Yeah.
But not a good one.
Yeah.
I don't like Never Not Gonna Dance Again or something, is it? Never... Yeah, it's a bad song.
Okay.
That song, Never Not Gonna Dance Again, or whatever it's called, reminds me of something that could be someone's original song on Britain's Got Talent, which isn't a compliment.
Just in case that wasn't clear.
Yeah.
Top 3 songs, what would you say are your favourites on there?
So Trustfall, the song, Kids in Love, and Long Time Coming. The other one that I just mentioned about 12 seconds ago. Yeah, just because, again, I'm not a massive dance pop fan. And the ones that were on there that were like that weren't good examples of it for me. How about you?
I like Kids in Love, I agree with that one. It's a nice song.
Yeah.
Runaway, just because it was more upbeat, and not that there's anything wrong with having a few ballads on there, but there was a lot of ballads on there which took away the impact of the rest of them, because it's just...
All of it is ballad.
Yeah. If there's a couple of ballads on there, then you remember them, because they're the slower ones where it's different. Whereas when it's all ballads, then...
Do you think this is her trying to be maybe show a bit more of a... Is this Pink maturing? I don't know.
I've no idea. I don't know her other albums enough.
No, same.
He's nearly sick.
No, I just burped. Sorry.
And then Last Call, I like that one. Yeah, they were my top 3. In terms of the worst ones, I would just say I don't particularly think that any of the ballads were great.
No.
I wouldn't say that there's anything that I hated on the album, but the slower songs, they were all just fine. But then the fact that there's so many of them kind of detracts the impact of those ballads.
Yeah, I found it, like I say, a weird choice to put a ballad the first song on the album. It was like, have I missed something here? I was expecting like an upbeat dance, maybe slightly rocky.
Yeah, it's usually the first track that kind of draws you in, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
although to be fair, there are a lot of ballads on it, so it's setting your expectations for the album.
Yeah.
Putting a number on it?
4.
4. Yeah, I agree. 4. It was fine in bits, but it was quite boring in bits as well.
Yeah.
And
I'm never going to go back and listen to any of this album.
exactly. Me too. Me too. There's a couple songs where I might boogie if it was in a club, which realistically I'm not, because I'm never in a club.
No.
But
would you remember who it was as well, or would you just think, oh, this is mindless background music?
I think I'd remember Runaway. But yeah, the rest of it, maybe it kind of just blurs into something. Does it have staying power?
No.
No, I don't think so either.
I always think the people that this type of music's targeted towards aren't necessarily the people that consume albums at once. They're just singles, aren't they? So
yeah, you're right.
It works fine for that.
Yeah. For what it is, and for the people that it's targeting, it's probably fine.
The mindless idiots. Yeah.
So, bringing us to the question of this week, music. Is it good though?
No.
Again, no.
Yeah, that's like 5 in a row.
Tune in next week to hear us discuss this album that's on the screen right now. And otherwise, have a nice day. I'm trying that out as an outro.
What?
Have a nice day.